Chat. Chat. You know it's crazy? It's crazy. All right, so you see the title. No Jokic, no problem. But let me tell you right now, this nigga VT already opening his mouth on that dumb shit, guys. Already opened his mouth on that dumb shit. You know how I felt? VT said some dumb shit. He said the Celtics are frauds, right? He said the Celtics are frauds. He just said it right now. Immediately when I saw that, I was like, there you go. I'm like, really, bruh? Like, nigga, shut up, nigga. No bullshit. But yeah, you see the title. No Jokic, no problem. Celtics lose a tough one tonight. We about to get into it. Welcome to another edition of What the Hell's Happening Sports. It's your boy, the one and only NERO. We back with another one, guys. We back with another one. Yes, sir. You already know the vibes. This is about to be a quick one. About to be Celtics talk. You already know. Celtics talk. But also, we're going to get into a Pats preview. We're going to get into a Pats preview. So, what I'm going to do real quick, because for some reason, this shit got deleted. I don't know why. Bingo. Here we go. There's that. And then, move this right up here. And then we also got to look at some stats for later. Guys. For later. Let me just get that for y'all real quick. Bing. All right, bet. If you're tuning in, say what's up in the comments. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already on YouTube. If you're tuning in on Twitch, follow me. Follow the channel on Twitch as well. All right, bingo. There we go. All right, let's move this right over here. And there you go. All right, chat. So, yeah, we're here, guys. We're here. First and foremost, Celtics. We got to get them little niggas over with. No bullshit. Because that shit. It was, you're not going to win every game, but this is one that they should have had. No cap. This is one that they should have had. No bullshit. Right, there you go. 114-110 final. The Celtics lose a tough one to the Nikola Jokic-less Nuggets. Fucking A. You see it. We got to start with the Celtics since they lost. You already know the usual. The losing team does go first. All right. Obviously, the leader of the Celtics, the guy who's been shitting since the start of the NBA season this year. Without Jason Tatum, he's the man. JB, Jaylen Brown, 33 points, 14 of 29 shooting, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. He did, though, have 7 turnovers. That's a no-no. You got to be able to keep the ball. But we got to be able not to turn the ball over. No bullshit. But other than that, he had a great game. 7 turnovers, though. That's too much. Can't be having that. Tough shooting night for the Celtics overall, especially the guards. The starting guards. Derek White and Peyton Pritchard each had 17. Derek White went 7 of 19. Pritchard went 5 of 13. Derek White, he's had, Derek White defensively, he makes up for a lot of, what's the word I want to say? A lot of the, mishaps on offense with missing shots and shit like that. But yeah, he, his efficiency this year, it's been tough. It's been tough. Without Jason Tatum, him having to take that role as being another ball handler and kind of take the load off of Jaylen Brown. He's done well, but shooting-wise, at times he really hasn't. But yeah, 7 of 19 for Derek White, 3 of 12 from 3, 25%, that's a no-no. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. Pritchard, again, 5 of 13, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Anthony Simons off the bench, 15 points in 25 minutes, 6 of 9 from the field, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Luka Garza had 11 points, 100% shooting from the field, 5 rebounds. Neemias Queta had a monster game on the boards. Only 6 points, shot three of 8. At one point, he did miss he did grab like 3 rebounds in a row and missed all the shots at the rim. But yeah, that's how he finished for with 3 of 8. 20 rebounds, and that's it. 10 offensive, 10 defensive rebounds. So rebounding wise, clap it up for Neemias Queta. Everybody else got some. I tell you, man. I tell you. No bullshit. I got another sound to add too. I am going to wait for that. I gotta wait for that. I got a little new sound. But yeah, obviously 53 rebounds in total for the Celtics. The Nuggets only had 39 rebounds as a team. So Celtics out rebounded the Nuggets healthily tonight. That's not even a word. It was a healthy. How should I say it? They out rebounded them niggas. That's all I gotta say. You feel me? But yeah, by a whole lot. You feel me? So that right there should have been able to lead to a win. Obviously, it didn't. It didn't happen. But again, you can't win everything. Can't win every game. As for the Nuggets, Peyton Watson. This was a nice game for Peyton Watson. 30 points off 10 of 15 shooting, 6 of 7 from 3. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. Peyton Watson had that. He had that. One more time. He had that. He had that. He had that. He had that Glock on him today. No cap. Nah, he had a game. That was one of the differences in this game, for real. But Jamal Murray, another guy who's I'm 95% sure he's going to be an all-star this year, especially for the world team. Now they got USA versus the world. He's going to be on the world team. He's well overdue for an all-star appearance. 22 points off 8 of 18 shooting, 8 rebounds, 17 assists, and a steal. He almost had a triple-double. Bro, Jamal Murray, I got to clap it up for him. But also, he had that himself. No bullshit. He had that shit on him himself. Off the bench, the three players, damn, I can't talk. 3 players, scored in double figures off the bench. Veteran Tim Hardaway Jr., 14 points off 4-9 shooting, 2 rebounds, a steal and a block. Aaron Gordon, I believe it's his first game back in a while, 12 points, only 5 of 12 shooting. He came off the bench. He's usually a starter, but he came off the bench in this one. 6 rebounds and 2 assists. And Zeke Naji, 12 points off 3 of 9 shooting, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and a block, and 2 blocks. So that right there, that was a difference, man. And let me see. If we go to the summary, I want to see how they were outscored the quarter scores. Let me see if I can see that. Can we see that? Oh no, we can't. All right, bet. So yeah, we can't. But I do got to say the Celtics at one point had a nice lead. It wasn't like crazy, but they did have a nice lead. But again, fourth quarter collapses. It happens, yes, and they've been doing a lot better job as of recently to keep believing in the fourth quarter. But I tell you, the weakness of this team, one of the weaknesses is not having JT. But when the Nuggets don't have Nikola Jokic, I tell you, man, that right there, that's tough. Oh, excuse me. It's tough right there. But can't fault them. You really can't fault them because again, you're not going to win every game. But come on, guys. You feel me? Feel me? Can't cut it with that shit. Let me just fix this real quick, chat. Let me just fix this real quick. Alrighty. So, tough loss. It is what it is. But the Celtics, if it lets me go to it. Okay, there you go. Their next game, Friday night at home against the Raptors. I believe they've already matched up with the Raptors. I think this is it might be their fourth time already. No cap. It might be their fourth time already. Or maybe third. It's definitely the third at least. But they match up with the Raptors again. They've handled the Raptors so far this year. Won both the games that I do remember. But yeah, they got to get back. They got to start a new winning streak. This one, tough loss by them. Real tough loss. But again, like I've said multiple times already, you can't win every game. You just simply can't. Real quick, let me grab something. Chat. Got to grab something real quick. By the way, new water cup. My aunt bought me a Stanley. Do not make fun of me. Do not make fun of me that this is a pink Stanley. No cap. Don't do that bullshit. Don't. Because I tell you, a Stanley's a Stanley. Even though it's pink, real niggas wear pink, guys. You feel me? Real niggas wear pink, guys. Had to hit the Vabiana real quick. All right. Again, this is going to be a quick stream. Now, before I get into the Patriots, let me go right here. Bingo. Prepare this for y'all. In a stunner. This is a stunner. Well, it ain't really a stunner. No cap. It really ain't. But same article from last stream off the CNN Sports. Kevin Dotson, Frank Nuns O'Connell, Joe Martin, and Wayne Sterling all are editing this article. But you see it. Jim Harbaugh is out as Baltimore Ravens head coach after 18 seasons. Now. Here's the thing. Before I get into the article. Sometimes a new voice needs to be heard in the locker room. Sometimes when there's constant playoff failure and shit ain't cutting it, then you got to get the fuck up out of there. My fault. Get the fuck up out of there. Real shit. And this is a situation. This is really the situation. John Harbaugh is a great head coach. He is. But the team struggled this year. Lamar Jackson got hurt early on. Everything changed for them after the Baltimore Ravens game week 1. When they blew that lead, that changed their whole season. It really did. And again, sometimes a change has to be made for the better of the players. But it's not the last hurrah for Jim Harbaugh. Excuse me, John Harbaugh. I keep calling him Jim, like his brother. All right. He's out. Okay. Now, this is Steve Biscotti, the owner of the Ravens, said this in a statement. This was an incredibly difficult decision, given the I can't even read. Let me start that over, chat. This was an incredibly difficult decision, given the tremendous 18 years we have spent together and the profound respect I have for John as a coach, and most importantly, as a great man of integrity. Throughout what I firmly believe is a Hall of Fame coaching career, John has delivered a Super Bowl championship to Baltimore and served as a steadfast pillar of humility and leadership. He also added, our goal has always been and will always be to win championships. We strive to consistently perform at the highest level on the field and be a team and organization our fans take pride in. Yeah. Tough. It's tough, but it needed to be done. The Ravens were a preseason favorite to appear in the Super Bowl. Obviously, the Super Bowl this year is in San Francisco. but obviously they were eliminated from playoff contention with a heartbreaking loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we watched the highlights. We didn't watch the highlights, but we watched the the game game changing kick at the end of at the end of regulation. Tyler Luke missed it, so it was tough. But Jim Harbaugh, they won their Super Bowl in the 2012 season. Harbaugh, he's the winningest coach in franchise history. He had a 180 to 113 regular season record and a 13-11 postseason record. He guided the Ravens to 12 playoff appearances and 4 AFC title games. So now that's the Baltimore is the 7th franchise looking for a head coach. Now. John Harbaugh is already a hot commodity. He already is. His name is already being pushed out there for multiple head coaching jobs, as he should. Right now, personally, the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants got to take a stab at John Harbaugh. Both those teams. It's both of them. It's both of them. Now, here's the reason why. The Falcons have the team already. They have a good O-line. Well, or they have Chris Lindstrom is a great offensive lineman for them. And the offensive line is solid overall. They have an elite running back and Bijan Robinson. You still have Kirk Cousins, but most likely it could still be Michael Penix. But you have 2 quarterbacks. They got to figure that out. You have Drake London, and hopefully you can resign Kyle Pitts off the year he just had. The defense this year is in a great spot. Xavier Watts, had a great rookie campaign. James Pierce and Jalen Walker, 2 rookie edge rushers. Pierce had 10 sacks. Walker showed flashes. You still got A.J. Terrell at corner. You still got Jesse Bates at the other safety spot. And you have not Christian Ellis, his brother. You have, what's Christian Ellis' brother's name? Not Jonah Ellis. It's not Jonah Ellis. Caden Ellis. You have Caden Ellis at linebacker also. And Divine Diablo. Like, you have pieces on defense that can help you that can get you to the playoffs. They just need the right guidance. As for the Giants, similar. You have the quarterback already in Jackson Dart. He's a rookie, but he showed flash. He had a nice rookie year. He did. Cam Scatterboo should be back from injury, right? You still have Tyrone Tracy, but behind him, but they might figure another running back option right there. Theo Johnson is a smooth tight end. You have a pillar at left tackle and Andrew Thomas. That defensive line is filthy. Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter should come into his own next year. I don't know what they will do with Kayvon Thibodeau, but they'll figure that out. And you also have Bobby Okereke starting at linebacker. So you have the pieces. You have pieces to work with. Again, these are 2 franchises that haven't won in a while. They haven't. Those are 2 great spots to go to. Give Jim Harbaugh 4 years at whatever spot, or even other spots as well, Arizona, whatever. Give him 4 years. That specific team is going to go nuts. No cap. But with that being said, John Harbaugh, you deserve a round of applause. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Chargers, Pats, Sunday Night Football. Yes, sir. Yeah, it could very well be game of the weekend. I tell you, putting the Pats on Sunday Night Football again in an atmosphere that's going to be rocking. Yeah, it's about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy. No cap. No fucking cap. Now, let's take a look at both teams, right? Let's take a look at both teams offensively. Obviously, it's going by word. When it comes to actually, let me see. In terms of offenses, passing wise, the Pats are the highest rated offense in the NFL, right? At a 113 rate. When it comes to the Chargers, they are in the middle of the pack. They're at an 89.8 right there if you can see my cursor. This passing offense is way better. The Pats got it with their offense. With their passing offense. Now, in terms of the rushing offense, right? In terms of the rushing offense. Both teams. The Chargers are in. Actually, the Chargers are more so in the bottom half of rushing at 2,067 yards. The Pats are literally towards the bottom at 2,191 yards, right? So, actually, no, excuse me. I'm bugging. I was bugging. My fault. The Pats are near the top of the league at rushing, 2,191. The Chargers are not too far behind them at 2,067. Both teams have a good running game. Now, here's where it might be a little bit different. Here's where it might be a little bit different. Passing, right? Obviously, the Patriots are fourth in passing. The Chargers are in the middle of the pack at 3,953 yards, right, from their quarterbacks. Yeah, so passing, the Pats got. Offensively, the Pats have a better offense, right? They've scored 58 TDs. The Chargers, on the other hand, have only scored 36 offensive touchdowns. So 22 more touchdowns for the Pats, right? This offense should be key. Now, this is where it gets interesting. No bullshit. No fucking bullshit. The Chargers have the fourth best passing defense in terms of yards. They've only given up 3,314 yards. The Pats have given up 3,512 yards. So not too far behind, right? The Chargers have only given up 16 touchdowns through the air. The Pats have given up 25. The Chargers have 19 interceptions. The Pats only have 10 interceptions on defense. And then when it comes to sacks, the Chargers have 45 sacks. The Pats only have 35 sacks. So again, the Chargers defense passing wise, far better. When it comes to the rushing defense, Pats are sixth in the league in rush defense. The Chargers are eighth in the league. They're basically right neck and neck. Pats have given up 1,729 yards. Chargers have given up 1,791. Pats have only given up 11 touchdowns on the ground. Chargers have given up 16. Yards per carry. Pats give up 4.2. Chargers give up 4.3. So they're literally right there with each other. Receiving wise. Oh, actually, no, that's not what I meant to look at. The Chargers have only given up 16 touchdowns. Oh, yeah. No, actually, we already looked at it. We already looked at that. Now, here's where it gets key. Scoring. No, actually, I'm bugging on that too. But you get the gist. These teams are not too far. They're not too far behind. They're not too far apart, from each other. They're not too far apart. Shout out to Sports Tool. Yes, sir. Clap it up for Sports Tool in the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Tough loss for the Celtics. They blew it in the fourth quarter. No, they did. These fourth quarter collapses, bro. They've had a good amount of them this year. If they can just close out games in the fourth quarter, they'll be good. But even without Jokic, man, it was tough. Man. No bullshit. I appreciate you tuning in, bro. I spoke about the Celtics already. You tuned in late, but yeah, no, I talked about that. It was rough. They Neemias Queta with 20 rebounds. It was nice, but Derek White and Peyton Pritchard got to shoot better. They got to shoot better. They do. Jaylen Brown needs help in terms of shot production. But yeah, going back to the Pats. So yeah, you see those stats right there. What it's also going to come down to, right, is this: Drake May has to be Drake May, but Drake May has to play a clean game. He has to. The offensive line has to step up and stop Khalil Mack, and most importantly, rising star Tuli Pelotu from wrecking havoc. I tell you, Tuli Pelotu, he's been a rotational pass rusher for the last couple years, yes. But since he's gotten into the league, this kid has been a stud. He has. He was a stud at USC. He was drafted high. Like, this is a guy that you have to actually game plan for now. Khalil Mack is not the same player anymore. He's still productive, but, Khalil Mack, there's not, you don't have to worry as much about Khalil Mack no more. You have to worry about Tuli Pelotu. And you have to worry about Derwin James on the back end of that defense. He's a stud. At this rate, Derwin James, if his play continues for, 4 or 5 more years, he might find his way into the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of talent he has. And Dayan Henley at linebacker, has had a nice year. So that defense has guys that can change the game instantly. That just means Stephon Diggs has to step up when given opportunities. Hunter Henry has to step up given opportunities, Kayshon Boutte, et cetera, et cetera. But the running backs, Travion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson, have to carry the load, but they can't fumble the ball. If they fumble or if they turn the ball over somehow, some way, that's going to hurt us. This Chargers team can cause turnovers. The Pats have to be prepared for them hitting at the ball and whatnot. Offensively, for the Chargers, you got to neutralize Justin Herbert. He has a hand injury already. If you can neutralize that, his passing, if you can hit him a few times, pressure him, you should be able to take him out the game. But with that being said, even his receivers you have to worry about. Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnson, the elder Keenan Allen. Even at wide receiver 3, Keenan Allen could still, he could still go off, right? At running back, Omarion Hampton and Kamani Vidal, a nice 1-2 punch. You got to keep them in check. Aronde Gadsden has had a nice rookie year. You have to keep him in check. I'm telling you, like, this is a good matchup for both teams. It really is. The Pats have a nice defense, but they have gotten carved up throughout, at times this year. They have. So, yeah, you kind of just you got to go. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. You feel me? And I tell you, it's not that hard to win a playoff game at home. You just got to do it. I have full faith in the Pats. I really do. I have full faith in them. Because if I don't, and Pats Nation don't, then who will? We're at 30 minutes right now, chat. I kept this one short. I'm like 90% sure I'm gonna stream again tomorrow night. 90% sure. Tomorrow night will be similar, but it's probably gonna be a whole lot more shit talking than usual. No bullshit. No bullshit. Most likely. I'm like 90 again. If I'm on here, I got you. You feel me? And we're gonna cover. If you notice my logo, right? If you notice my logo up here on the top right of the screen, you see the clover, you see the Pats logo, you see the baseball, and you see the eagle. So that means we don't really talk much about baseball and the eagle, but tomorrow we will. It's going to be some Red Sox talk, and it's going to be some BC Eagles talk. A little bit different for y'all. No bullshit. So tune in for that. Also, chat. Also, if you haven't already, right? If you haven't already, let me get to it. My fault. Go mess with the TikTok. Go mess with the TikTok. If you haven't followed already, follow the TikTok at WTHH Sports. Also, again, if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube at WTHH Sports. I post shorts. I got shorts right here. I got the TikTok videos. Go mess with them. Go mess with them. Show some love and follow. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel for the YouTubers. For Twitch, we are live on Twitch also. Follow the Twitch as well. If you don't know the name, if you're not on Twitch, or if you're on Twitch and not watching through Twitch, my Twitch is at WTHHS617. Go follow that. Show some love. I stream video games on there as well. Who knows? I might stream some video games in a few. You feel me? I might do that, cuz. So yeah, go mess with it, bro. Go mess with it. But with that being said, this has been another edition of What the Hell's Happening in Sports. It's your boy, the one and only NERO. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The 3 viewers that are in here right now, thank you. Anybody else who tuned in, appreciate you. Shout out to Sports Tool tuning in as well. I appreciate you, bruh. Shout out to RJ for tuning in just now as well. Yeah, I know you missed it. Now, it was a short stream, RJ. Once I end, go back and watch it. If you see the title, you know what I got into. No cap. But yeah, bro, I'm off this early because I got to get to work early in the morning. So I got to get off this early. I'm definitely gonna play some video games, so I might stream on Twitch in a few for that. But I'm gonna make it an early night tonight. But yeah, I should be back on tomorrow. But again, show some love, like, subscribe to the channel, follow the Twitch at WTHHS617. Mess with the TikTok, as well at WTHH Sports. No bullshit. YouTube is also at WTHHS Sports. All right, y'all. I love y'all. And I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow, bro.